Good morning, everyone. It's another glorious day. It is, what is today? Wednesday. It's Wednesday, October. I was going to say it was Tuesday, but I knew that wasn't right. It's Wednesday, October 25th. It's 2023. That's the year. Take two. Good morning, everyone. It's another glorious day. It's Wednesday, the 25th of October, 2023. It's 8:30 a.m. And it is time once again for our mindful moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I am the spiritual leader here at Unity of Tucson. And the mindful moment is an opportunity that we take every single weekday morning at 8:30 Arizona time to engage in some spiritual practice together. Well, why do I do this? I said it actually last night in the prayer class, and I say it every single time I see you pretty much, that this is an opportunity for me to engage in some consistency in my own spiritual practice, that I do this in order to hold myself accountable on some level to my spiritual practice, because what I have found is that consistency in spiritual practice has enhanced the quality of my life. So I choose to be consistent in the practice, and I choose to do it in this forum. So there we are. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. I see that we have some comments coming through. So here, good morning from San Diego. I'm going to guess, actually, I'm not going to guess. I don't know who this is. It says Facebook user. And only because you're probably watching on the Unity of Tucson Family Time private chat or private group on Facebook. So unless you give it permission, I don't get to see who this is. But good morning to you in San Diego. Is it Naomi? Maybe? William and Anita, beautiful morning when I went walking. Yes, good morning from William and Anita. Grateful to see you. Marvis, take two. Yes, sometimes we just need to stop and start over. That's okay. Sherry Hoffman, a glorious day to be here. It is a glorious day to be here. And Jerry, have a wonderful full day. Yes, indeed. Grateful to see you all. So today, I'm actually going to, so last night in the prayer class that I have been teaching, last night was the final class meeting for that class. I brought quotes to discuss. I brought quotes to discuss from a book that I read when I was studying to become a religious science practitioner. And we're talking, this is now, 16, 17 years ago. Is that right? The book is Practicing the Presence by Joel Goldsmith. Love this book. And I wanted to offer this quote that he wrote in here. The quote is this: "Earth becomes heaven to the degree in which we let God fulfill itself as our individual experience." Earth becomes heaven to the degree in which we let God fulfill itself as our individual experience. One of the desires that I have, and I invite you to consider if this is perhaps a desire in your heart, one of the desires that I have is a life free of discord. Discordant ideas that lead to discordant experiences, discordant beliefs that lead to discordant experiences, discordant feelings that lead to discordant experiences. I desire to release discord. And it begins right where I am, right where each and every one of us are. And the idea that we can create heaven on earth. And here's the thing, heaven is not some place we're going to. I know you've heard me say that before. Heaven is not some place that we get to experience after we transition from this plane of action. Heaven is a consciousness that we can create in experience right here and right now. Part of that for me, and this is my practice, part of that for me is to deepen in my allowing the understanding that God is all there is, and that's who and what I am. And I think that's what he's speaking to here. Earth becomes heaven to the degree in which we let God fulfill itself as our individual experience, as we recognize and realize that our experience is a divine experience, that our experience is the experience of God, that we are living the life of God as our own life. And the more we settle our hearts and minds into that, we create the construct, the circumstances of heaven on earth. That can be a tall order. when we look at the news and we see the things that seem to contradict that. But it all begins right where we are. Am I alone responsible for curbing the experience of war? I am. I am, in my own mind and in my own heart. And I think if we extend that consciousness, that collective consciousness, to everyone in our circle, I believe that we can stop the experiences of discord. But we have to begin in mind. We have to begin in heart. We have to begin recognizing that we are a creative outlet of the divine. We are a point of creation for the divine. And so what are we choosing to create? Are we choosing to create more discord? Or are we choosing to create ease, grace, harmony, heaven on earth? We have to decide. I choose to decide. You don't have to do anything, but I invite you to decide. Part of the reason that I wanted to wear this shirt today, this is one of the new shirts that that we have in our store here, Humankind Be Both. It's a good reminder for me. Humankind, we can be both. Are we choosing to be both in every interaction? And I mean every interaction, because discord can seep in sometimes in unexpected places, in the frustration we feel when we're standing in a line at the grocery store. That consciousness of discord in that frustration can unfold itself in ways unexpected. And so I always, if I find myself in fact, I just came from Whole Foods down the street as I was going in grabbing something so that I could have breakfast here. As I go and the line, the checkout lines all have, multitudes of people in them, and I think, oh well, I might be late for my mindful moment. I stop myself and I say, I know who I am, and all is flowing with grace and with ease, and I don't need to be frustrated. My frustration is my own, and if I let go of that frustration, I can step into joy in this experience, just in the line at the grocery store. So how will we choose to move forward today? That's the question. I'm going to encourage us all to settle this into our hearts and minds through the practice of affirmative prayer right here and right now. So if it is safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, if that's a practice that you enjoy in this entertaining prayer, I invite you to do so. I choose to close my eyes. And in closing my eyes, I allow my attention to be focused on the infinite inner life that I am and we are, in full recognition that the inner life is flowing forth into expression as the outer life. I relax in this moment, releasing any unnecessary physical tension and simply allowing. Simply allowing. I release any consideration of the past. I release any consideration of the future. And I choose to be wholly present in this moment. I choose to be here now, right here, consciously. And in this here and now moment, I root myself in this affirmation of faith. My affirmation of faith is this: there is only one power. There is only one presence. There is only one source. There is God and nothing else. God, the constructive unfoldment of energy. God, the consistent circulation of magnificence. God, the omnipotence, the omniscience, and the omnipresence. I settle myself into the feeling tone of this understanding, knowing that that feeling tone is the divine feeling tone expressed and experienced by means of me here and now. So feeling this, trusting this, knowing this, beyond the intellect, I am rooted in the awareness that this is my identity and the identity of each and every one of us. We are the power and the presence. We are the light, the life, the love. We are the magnificence of the unfoldment of God. God is letting itself be known by means of our expression and experience, for we are wholly, fully realized divinity. And so I know that we are, each and every one of us, at choice. We have infinite choice in the way our lives unfold, for the nature of the divine is infinite in its choices, and its choices are made as our choices. We are the choice makers. And so I choose kindness. I choose harmony. I choose the unfoldment of love. I choose to be both human and kind, human and divine. I choose to let this be the root of experience. I allow, with ease and grace, the unfoldment of this word spoken, to be rooted in the belief that underlies it, the belief that love is all there is, that peace is possible and probable. For the nature of the divine is infinite flow. And so in the flow, I trust we experience peace. And I choose to experience heaven on earth here and now and always. And so with gratitude overflowing, with appreciation overflowing for this understanding, with appreciation overflowing for this time that is afforded me in this moment to consider this, in appreciation for this present moment experience of infinite peace, I simply let it be. I relax, trust, and know that this moment informs the next moment and the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. And so every moment is peaceful, joyful, harmonious. I welcome this and I simply allow. I step out of the way, trusting that my word spoken is complete. In the expression of it, I let it be so. And I affirm it as so by saying, and so it is. Amen. And abracadabra. And so it is. Always a delight to share this time with you. Always grateful. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for another glorious opportunity to join in consciousness, to join in an awareness of our consciousness that is always interconnected in the mindful moment. I'm going to read this quote one more time. Earth becomes heaven to the degree in which we let God fulfill itself as our individual experience. You are, I am, we are divine. Let's live our life accordingly. Love you. Peace and blessings. Bye, everybody.